Israeli forces have killed at least 7 Palestinians during a military raid in the city of Jenin in the occupied West Bank. Among those killed include a teacher, a student, and a surgeon. At least 9 Palestinians have also been injured, 2 of whom are in serious condition. The military sent reinforcements to the area after special Israeli units infiltrated the city and the camp, where they were confronted by Palestinian fighters.
Bitter foes now linked by claims they're war criminals. The chief prosecutor for the International Criminal Court accuses Hamas leaders, including Yahya Sinwar, of
extermination as a crime against humanity, the taking of hostages as a war crime.
They're also accused of sexual violence, torture and other inhumane acts. Benjamin Netanyahu and his Defence Minister Yoav Gallant also accused of crimes against humanity.
Intentionally directing attacks against a civilian population.
Funeral ceremony is underway for Iran's late president Ibrahim Raisi in the northern city of Tabriz. He died in a helicopter crash on Sunday, along with the foreign minister and 7 others. These are the live pictures in Tabriz right now. Tens of thousands of people are gathering to pay their respects. It's the second of 5 days of national mourning announced by Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei. Raisi's body will be laid to rest in his hometown of Mashhad. That will be on Thursday.
A missile strike in a suburb outside Kharkiv killed 6 people, including a woman who was 7 months pregnant. Local officials said 28 others were injured in the attack. A war crime investigation has been opened in relation to the incident. A contention was made that Russia used a tactic aimed at killing civilians and rescue workers who had arrived at the scene to help those caught in the first strike. Russia launched an offensive in the Kharkiv region last week, significantly adding to the pressure on Ukrainian forces as they await delayed deliveries of much-needed weapons and ammunition from the West.
Tonight, at least 6 people are dead and 50 detained after the military of the Democratic Republic of the Congo says it foiled a coup attempt. Video of the attack inside the presidential palace, verified by Reuters, was live-streamed on Facebook early Sunday morning by the alleged leader of the failed coup, Christian Malanga. Malanga at one point standing next to a man that appears to be his American-born son, Marcel. Within hours, Christian Malanga was dead, killed during a shootout with presidential palace guards.
Crowds of supporters cheered as WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange on Monday won the right to appeal against extradition to the United States. That's after arguing at London's High Court that he might not be able to rely on his US First Amendment right to free speech in a US court. In March, the court had granted Assange provisional permission to appeal on grounds that he might be discriminated against as a foreign national. It invited the US to submit assurances. At the hearing, US prosecutors told the court Assange could, quote, seek to rely upon the First Amendment protections granted to US citizens.
One person has been killed and several people injured on Singapore Airlines Flight 321, which was en route from London's Heathrow Airport to Singapore. Singapore Airlines says the Boeing 777 encountered severe turbulence and diverted to Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport in Thailand, where the injured are receiving treatment. There were apparently 211 passengers and 18 crew members on board. One passenger told the Reuters news agency that some on board hit their heads on the baggage cabins overhead, leaving dents.